Hey guys, it's Steve and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be discussing narcissistic personality disorder and some of the things and symptoms that go along with that. I'm actually wearing this right here today only because I think it makes me look cooler. It's actually not even plugged in. I just think it makes me look cooler, on video. I look special. I look like a real announcer. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started with this. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. Like this video. Today's video is going to be about narcissistic personality disorder. Let's first talk about some of the symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder. According to the DSM-5, we have a grandiose self-importance. So the person feels really important. They feel like the coolest person in the room. Preoccupation with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, and ideal love. Believing that they are special and unique and can only be understood by or should associate with other special or high status people or institutions. Requiring excessive admiration, a sense of entitlement, unreasonable expectations of especially favorable treatment or automatic compliance with their expectations. Being interpersonally exploitative, taking advantage of others to achieve their own ends. Lacking empathy, unwilling to recognize or identify with the feelings and needs of others. Often being envious of others or believing that others are envious of them. Showing arrogant, haughty behaviors or attitudes. So that's according to Wikipedia, guys. That's a little bit of the symptoms of the narcissistic personality disorder. Let's take a look and see which disorders are going to be comorbid with that, which basically means you can have both disorders at the same time. Narcissistic personality disorder most commonly co-occurs with antisocial personality disorder, histrionic disorder, borderline disorder, schizotypal disorder, which is a schizophrenic type mental illness, and passive-aggressive personality disorders. So someone can have narcissism, can have the narcissistic personality disorder, and it can occur with that antisocial personality, which basically can make the person sociopathic, histrionic, borderline, which can also be comorbid with other illnesses, schizotypal, that the schizophrenic type illness. We can do another video on that later on the schizotypal. Comorbidity with antisocial personality disorder has the most profound negative impact on prognosis. So basically, it just means if the person has an antisocial personality with narcissism, then their prognosis isn't looking too good into the long run, just because people that are sociopathic, antisocial personality, they tend to die earlier because they are risk takers. Antisocial individuals have a lot of issues with substance abuse. So this can all make them die earlier. So if they have that, antisocial personality with the narcissism, then they may be expected to die at an earlier age. Going on to talk about some other things. Let's say they run into a guy that's a wonderful, piano player. The first thing they're going to say is, that's not bad, but I've heard better. So they have a tendency to minimize the talents of others. Basically, they don't want anyone to be better than them. I have taken some notes here, so I'm going to kind of refer to my notes. They don't want anyone to think that they're better than them because they feel like they're going to lose the attention. And they also feel like if someone has a special skill, their thought is, I could do that too. So they tend to kind of minimize other people's successes in order to maximize their own. They look for opportunities to subtly insult someone to make themselves feel better. They kind of enjoy finding fault in people. And they also, like mentioned earlier, they tend to be exploitative personalities, where they're going to exploit the person's weakness in order to get a gain. Criticizing other people with vicious intent. If they say something insulting to you, they're going to say, I just told you that because I care about you and I want to tell you the truth, even though maybe what they said was completely rude and insulting. People that have narcissistic personality disorder, they hate criticism. So if you try to criticize them at all, they're going to put it right back on you and say that you're the blame for everything and how dare you question them. People that are narcissistic, even times that they lie, they feel like they kind of convince themselves that it's the truth. and they convince other people it's the truth, they have a tendency to really mind warp people that they're involved with because they want you to think how they think because that's how they achieve their agenda. They want to isolate their victims, so the more they can make you feel alone, the more easier it is to exploit them. Because if you have people around you that are defending you and sticking up for you, it's harder to manipulate you. So if they can isolate you, get you alone, then they can get what they want, manipulate you, get their way. In relationships, if somebody breaks up with a narcissist, it's always going to be the other person's fault. Um, they're not going to, at all take any blame for the breakup. They're going to say it's the other person that is to blame. Um, as I said earlier, guys, in any interaction with a narcissist, they're going to kind of belittle you a little bit and make you feel like, you're below them, so they're going to take a top-down approach if they're talking to you. But the exploitation and manipulation is intense, especially if it's co-occurring with that antisocial, because they're willing to exploit people if they lack empathy, and people that have narcissistic personality can lack empathy. So, guys, I've dealt with a lot of narcissistic people. Everybody might have a smidge of narcissism, right? Just because we all want good things in our life, but it doesn't necessarily make us narcissistic. But anyway, guys, that's according to the DSM-5, Wikipedia, a couple symptoms and a couple behaviors that go along with that. My viewers tend to like 5-6 minute videos anyway. So we're going to go ahead and end the video today on narcissistic personality disorder. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You can check out my Amazon shirt links in the description. I do design shirts for Amazon. Have a lot of fun doing that. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please subscribe, like this video, share it with a friend that likes mental health videos. Till next time, guys, Steve signing out. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.